and I've been told there's some questions for me to be answered.
What's it like living in your own home by yourself, James?
It's very quiet, it's very peaceful, and it can get a bit boring sometimes, but I'm just getting used to it.
And what is your evening routine about locking up?
So I check through the windows and everything. I make sure everything's safe and secure. I check the gas and the electric, make sure that's all working. I turn the switches off and all the plugs, and I just try and keep it as safe and as warm as I can.
That sounds like good answers. What would you do if someone knocked your door at 10 o'clock of the night?
I would look out the window, and if they looked a bit sketchy or off, I would ignore it. If they persistently kept banging and it was causing disruption, I'd have to contact the police.
Okay. What would you do in the middle of the night if you heard a dripping tap?
I would go into the kitchen. I would check all the sinks, so the kitchen, the sink, and the one in the bathroom. I'd make sure they're all off, and then I'd probably wipe the sink, and then I'd probably look underneath, and if it started persistently leaking, then I'd call emergency maintenance and power all the electrics off.
What don't you like about living on your own?
It can get a bit boring sometimes.
Okay, and how do you aim to alleviate that?
So like stop myself from getting bored.
Yeah.
I use TV. I ring people. I clean up.
And what is your cleaning rota like?
So I clean nearly every single day. I mop, I hoover, and I try and keep all the sides clean, and I clean the bathroom daily.
And what about your washing? How often do you do your washing, James?
I do my washing once every 2 days. So I keep cleaning it. I make sure everything's all nice and clean. I put my washing away.
What days do your bins go out?
I do believe it's on a Sunday, but I haven't been here that long, so I just need to keep checking that out.
Okay. And what happens if you don't empty your bins?
The bins can get full, and they can get smelly outside, and it can cause rats and other insects.
Okay. What would you do if there was a power cut?
I would try and look at the electrics, see if they've been tripped, and then I would power them back on. If that wouldn't work, I would call maintenance.
But what about if it was just an average power cut that's out in the area? What would you do then?
I would have to use candles, torches, and just try and get some advice, really.
Do you think candles are a good idea for you to be having while you're on your own?
No, I wouldn't get candles, but that's just an example, just in case there was a fire.
Okay. And what would you do if there was a fire?
I would exit the property at the fire entrance, just out the front door. I would immediately call 999 and ask for the fire service. And I would stand well back, and I would close the door behind me.
Them are really good answers to some really good questions. Thank you for your time today, James.